Big news came down the pipeline today. We found out that Saquon Barkley is going to be off the PUP list. The puppy. There's a chance that he could be seeing a large workload week 1, or we could be waiting a bit, but we know for sure he's off the pup. Everyone's excited, and we're going to touch on that today. But before we dig in, about 95% of you are not subscribed, watching the channel, watching the videos. We need to remedy that situation. I'm giving you this information for free. You haven't had a deal like that since you got your last stimulus check. Hit that subscribe button and let's get this video started. So Saquon Barkley's back. He's off the pup list. Everyone's excited. Hooray, hooray. He's fallen, or was fallen, to the later part of the first round. Talked to somebody on TikTok and he got him at 109. Fell in their draft. Talked to some other people on Twitter. He's fallen early second round. Now that we know that his future's looking good, he's looking healthy, his value's going to climb up a little bit. Kind of like the yodeler on The Price is Right, if you know what I'm saying. But Saquon Barkley's a guy that we should have never faded. He got that knee injury early last season in week 2. He was on pace for almost 500 yards after the catch on that year. And just a tremendous receiving back, a PPR back who's also a bell cow. Those don't come around too often. If you remember his time at Penn State, during his freshman year there, his sophomore year, everybody was drooling at the bit for him to come to the NFL so they can have him on their fantasy team. They're excited for the production. Had a 32.2% dominator rating while in college, broke out early, hit all the numbers. Stud player. Size adjusted speed score for days. 4.4 40-yard dash at 233 pounds. There's nothing bad you can really say about him as a player. The only thing that is hurting him at this point is his injury history. He was hurt in 2019, 2020, the ACL. We have not seen him play to his full potential since 2018, his rookie year. That rookie year, though, was marvelous, and people are forgetting about that. They're forgetting about the upside. They're forgetting about his floor. When he's healthy and is hitting all cylinders, his floor is about as high as they get. You're talking about a guy who's like third in the league with yards after the catch, with 768 yards after the catch. That is nasty. You're just praying that your first running back drafted in your draft hits 768 yards, period. And he's getting 768 yards after the catch, a 21% target share. One of the tops in the league among running backs. That is up there. That is high for a running back. 91 balls caught during his rookie season. PPR prowess. In his 29 games played, he had 25 top 24 performances. 86% of the time, he's giving you a top 24 game. You can't say many running backs can do that. That is consistent. The only thing that has not been consistent about his game was the injuries. And as we looking now, him coming off the PUP, looks like he's good to go. You can't label a player injury prone and expect it to happen year after year after year after year, because that's going to bite you. That's going to bite everybody who's thought that about a player who's this level of talent. Players just go through skids. All running backs technically get hurt throughout their career, whether it's a short sample of games or an ACL like Saquon. It just happens. That's just part of the nature of the position. They're pretty much big bruising guys with some athleticism running into brick walls all day on Sunday. And you got to think, this is a guy on 60% of the times he's playing gives you an RB1 week. He has 18 RB1 performances on his career out of 29 games. Not many running backs deliver at that rate, and he's only busting, not hitting top 24 on any given week 14% of the time. That's only a few times throughout his career. He averages a bust week, maybe 2 out of 3 weeks on the season. That's about it. That is not horrendous. Looking at 4for4's multi-site ADP, he's sitting at 106. FFPC, high-stakes leagues, he's being drafted around the 11th spot. In an underdog fantasy, the best ball site has him being drafted around 8. So he's still falling in drafts. He's still being drafted late. He's still being of value. And then there's reports from just random people online of him falling in the early part of the second round, late in the first round. So people are still fading him, which is a disaster move because you cannot bank on this guy having an injury this year. You can't bank on any player getting injured. That's just something you just do not do in fantasy football. That is a horrible practice to do. You do not fade Saquon Barkley because of that. You're talking about a player that is going to finish RB1 if he plays week 1 to week 18 and doesn't get injured. The odds of him getting injured, same as any other running back, even if he starts slow. Say they just roll him out there just a little bit. Say he gets a casual amount of touches week 1, 2, maybe even 3. He's still able to blow up from week 4 to the end of the season. It's a long season. It's a long stretch. And if you're worried about week 1 and week 2, you're playing it wrong, man. You're playing it wrong because he's looking good. He's able to cut. He's able to move. He's off the PUP. The doctors are saying things are good. You got Judge out here in the media saying he might be good to go in preseason games. A guy, your asset at the running back position, a top-end asset that you paid heavy for, just had an ACL injury, and you're saying might be able to go for preseason games. That's a big statement. That means he's looking good. He just said Saquon Barkley's looking good. We can't wait to get him on the field. That's what he said in that statement. He didn't say he's going to put him out in preseason games. He said he looks good. He looks better than expected. We can't wait to get him out on the field. That's what that statement means. Saquon Barkley's ready to roll. You have a size-adjusted athlete who can catch the ball in the backfield, who's a specimen, who's falling in drafts. Last year we were drafting at 101, 102, 103. High-end pick. Busted on us because he got hurt. He didn't bust on us because he had bad play. He's never busted because of bad play before in his life. Ever. Ever, ever, ever. It's not happening now. He's still a young player. He's only 24 years old. Still in the early stages of his career. There's no reason to not want to draft this guy. If you're worried about the knee, then you're worried about the knee. But I'm going to tell you this right now. He's good to go. He's fine. He's going to be very helpful for your fantasy team. He's going to be productive. He's going to get the workload. He's going to get the usage. This team is not going to fade him. Let him rest up early in the season. They're going to have him on the field. They're not going to have Devontae Booker out there taking handoffs, jump cutting into people, missing holes, leaving meat on the bone, and let Saquon Barkley stand there and watch it on the sidelines. They're going to let that happen a few times. They're going to be down in some games, and they're going to want to get Saquon out there, and it's over. Saquon Barkley is going to take the bull by the horns and run with it. And that's what he's been doing his whole career. He did in high school. He did at Penn State. He did at the Giants when he was healthy, when he first started. And it's just going to continue. And if you continue to fade him, you're going to continue to lose in leagues. Imagine being the guy to be able to pull Saquon and then get another stud running back with your other pick. And maybe even have Saquon as your RB2. Maybe you were on the turn and he fell to you and you were able to get 2 running backs. Imagine being that guy and being that lucky. Saquon Barkley has top 3 upside. He is running back 1 overall upside. And there's no debate on that due to his usage in the passing game. Think about Kenny Golladay. Hurt right now. He's not Megatron. He's not Babytron. He is not an alpha wide receiver. He's a big guy, gets downfield, makes plays happen, but he's not the wide receiver 1 he's been made out to be from his younger days. Kadarius Toney sucks. Not good. Slot guy that's not going to make it happen. Evan Ingram is a tight end, but he's not going to steal targets. What's going to happen? You're going to use him a lot in the passing game. He's going to get those targets again. Maybe not 21%, maybe 18, 19, but he's going to get high volume in the passing game, and he gets you the yards after the catch, which is what we want. He may not hit 768. That's a high threshold. 500, we're cool. 600, we're cool. He can hit that. He can hit that easy with that speed. You're talking about a 230-pound back, runs a 4.4. Those do not come often. They're not around hardly at all. He's a unicorn, 97 percentile, size adjusted speed score, elite level burst score. Nothing but athleticism is oozing from Barkley. He's not lost a step. He's not going to lose a step from the ACL. His legs are already honking huge. He's quadzilla right now, even after a knee injury. Most people, if they get an injury like that, they're pinned up, they can't exercise, they can't work out, they shrink, they dissolve. Barkley did not. He's good to go. He's good to go. He's good to go. He's going to produce for you. I got the guarantee for that. But I want to thank you for watching the show, sticking with me, listening to me rant on Saquon Barkley. Make sure you hit that subscribe button on the way out. 95% of you are not subscribed. 5% of you are. We got to fix that now. Thank you again, and I'll catch you next time.